Hi, back to Jo's kitchen today. How's everyone's day been? Our day's been pretty great, pretty stunning weather here in Brisbane, and another fast-paced afternoon. I don't know what the afternoon is like at your house. So today I wanted to share with you our fastest pasta that we do. This recipe is an all-time favourite with all of us, and it actually got us around Australia. So in 2011 we did a trip around Australia. We packed up, felt like a snail with our house on the back, took off for around Australia, and my youngest turned 3 in Cooper Pedy and my oldest turned 13 in the McDonnell Ranges, and it was pretty cool. I won't lie, there was some tough times and we could all tell you stories of really, really hard moments. But you know, it just takes time for a family of 6 to get into the groove. And once we got into the groove, we had a ball and we didn't want to come home. And this was one of the go-to recipes, especially if we had driven like 5 hours in the car and we needed to get something in the kids' tummies pretty quickly. So this is our tuna pasta, and I have to shout out to Amelia. My lovely friend Amelia shared this with me years ago, and it's one of those meals where quantity doesn't really matter. You work out what you like and it always works. So it's tuna pasta. So in here I've got some oil. I've just heated it up, and into the oil I'm going to put some lemon, already grated, the rind, a little bit of garlic. Now the reason I've got the oil off the stove is because you don't want the garlic to saute too much, because if you do that it tends to burn and go a bit bitter. Very easy to go bitter. So we'll give that a bit of a stir, and that's just enough to cook the garlic. And then into the garlic we add the chopped up parsley. I like the Italian parsley rather than the curly parsley. I'm not a huge fan of the curly parsley. So that's now going into there. I'm going to head over to the stove now because we're going to add the tuna. Now I have to say, this is another great dish if you've got a big group of people coming for dinner, and tonight we happen to be. So I'm doing double quantities. And as usual, after I finish this, I'll write the recipe underneath for quantities for, you know, your average family of 4. So I'll just turn that oil right down. Now I'm adding the tuna in. And basically all you need to do is break the tuna up and heat it through. 2 massive tubs of tuna. Like I said, this goes a long way, this dish. Just break the tuna up like so. Actually, I'll use this one. Break the tuna up, mix it all together, and just let it heat through. Whoa, that's oil. We don't want to splash that on us. Okay, so just continue to let that heat through. To that we add some lemon juice. You see, I use lemons a lot. Great food. And some Worcestershire sauce, literally a bit of a splash. So Worcestershire sauce has a bit of a peppery taste to it. So really as much as you like in there. Mix it through really carefully. You don't want to splash yourself with the oil. The reason there's so much oil in there, and it is olive oil, is because that forms the basis of your sauce really. Otherwise you'll end up with a really dry pasta. Now I've cooked the pasta already, and you see it's in here. I used wholemeal pasta. You know, your family won't even notice. So this is the brand I like to use. Actually, whether it's wholemeal or not, because some of the style of pastas you can't get in wholemeal, they won't even notice it's wholemeal. It's so much healthier for them if it's wholemeal. Basically, you put the 2 together, sprinkle over Parmesan cheese and pine nuts. Got some pine nuts here that I've already just browned off in a pan. Add the 2 together, and that is your dinner. Now because this is 2 lots, I'm only going to add half of this to my pot here. There's half. Now we'll have this obviously for dinner tonight, but when there's leftovers, if there's ever leftovers, my kids take it for school also, because they actually get sick of sandwiches. So if your kids don't eat sandwiches but they will eat pasta, Here is an idea for you. Sprinkle in some pine nuts and it's ready to serve. So how quickly is that? Do you think that's something you could attempt from Jo's Kitchen? So my aim for Jo's Kitchen, as I always say, is to cook good quality food for a lot of people, not much cost, and super, super easy. And I don't think it gets any easier than this tuna pasta. So again, thanks Amelia for the recipe that I've used over and over and over again. And I feel really blessed that I could share it with you. So have a great night. I'll catch you later.